Hey everybody, it's Jason Blaha here, and now that my two informative videos are done for the day, and interestingly enough, those videos were about not getting hurt on deadlifts. They were about deadlift safety, and I wasn't planning on doing any more videos about Layne Norton at all until after he finished Nationals. But then this news got dropped on me. 5 different people sent me different versions of a screenshot of stuff involving the good Dr. Layne Norton and Avatar Nutrition. And this is kind of big news in the industry. When that many people send it to me, it's circulating around. This is actually important fitness industry news. So let me put on my +5 out of weaponsmithing, work on skill at my crafting a little bit, and let's talk about this. And yeah, sorry, I didn't get to the point of why it was interesting talking about deadlift safety. It's what I did all day, and then after I did those videos, had already recorded them and uploaded them, stuff comes out about Layne. A person who doesn't know how not to hurt himself when he trains. And let's just get to it. Quit making ammo here. And I'm just going to read out what Mark Springer, the CEO of Avatar Nutrition, put on the Avatar Family official Instagram. I'm just going to read it out. A lot of our members have been asking about what Layne's status is with Avatar. Unfortunately, the answer to the question is complicated. While Layne continues to be a shareholder in Avatar, we have decided that it's in the best interest of all of the staff at Avatar and the entire Avatar family outside the walls of our office to curtail his role in the day-to-day happenings of the company while we explore severing our relationship with Layne. This is not a decision we arrived at without a great deal of heartache, disappointment, shock, and sleepless nights. Not long ago, Layne tried to convince us to hire his girlfriend, got a girlfriend already, Holly Baxter, to work for Avatar. We refused, as we did not and do not believe she could ever be part of this company for a multitude of professional, moral, and ethical reasons. A multitude. When we communicated our decision to Layne, he began an irreversible course of action that, in our view, violated his fiduciary duty to Avatar for his and Holly's benefit. When he refused to curtail these activities, we were left with no choice but to seek legal counsel to protect the company and all the lives it stands to impact. We remain hopeful that we can resolve our differences with Layne amicably and are working toward that end as best we can. We're going to get into all the other stuff about their company. I'm going to give you a bit of advice there. I've tried to do stuff amicably with Layne with an intermediary between us to help. He is not going to be amicable. He isn't psychologically capable of being amicable. He is a complete psychopath. And Mark, I wish you the best of luck dealing with him on that. Might want to up the security at your office because he does have some NFA items. Just going to throw that out there. Now, a few different things I want to talk about from this because we know he just lost Carbon, his other company. He owned that. That was his. He just lost it. Bodybuilding.com dropped it. We know that all this other stuff that's happened with his wife. Let's talk about fiduciary duty. Now, I'm not a lawyer, and I didn't sleep at a Holiday Inn Express last night, but my girlfriend used to be a CFO. She has an MBA, and we discussed that because she's had to deal with people over fiduciary duty, and I double-checked with her, does it mean what I think that means? So, yeah, that means they trusted him with money. They placed large amounts of trust in him with money or financial assets. And he may probably misallocated funds in some way. Now, is that certainly what that means? No. That is certainly what it implies because he used specific legal terminology. In other words, legal counsel helped Mark with this statement. That's not good because the implication is that Layne might have done something irresponsible, betrayed their trust in his handling of money. See where this is going? This is a guy who, what has happened to his reputation in recent years? You know, a lot of people defended him when he went psycho on me, but then people started realizing that's just the tip of the iceberg. He really is a sociopath and a psychopath. Let's look at what all he's done. Lied and cheated on his wife. Had an affair behind his wife's back. Now, keep in mind, guys, this is a hot bikini competitor, right? You're talking trophy wife. This is trophy wife status at this point. Hot bikini competitor. Cheats on her while she's pregnant. Has an affair while she's pregnant with his second kid. All right, this is a guy who, and he lied to her about it, and she wrote all about it on her Facebook. We got to see what she said about it. She talked about it in a video and everything. It's still on her Facebook for anyone who wants to know. She broke it all down, that she knows that he lied to her about it. He betrayed her. He's a cheater. So we know, based upon that he's a liar and a cheater. All right, that is a fact, and that's going in front of a court. That's a fact. He's a liar and a cheater, unless his wife is making the whole thing up. He didn't deny any of it. Liar and a cheater. Dealing with a company like this, he has betrayed the trust in a company that was one of his biggest business ventures. This is a major business venture for Layne. Right? This is a really big deal. He betrayed their trust in him. Possibly some financial mismanagement or fraud. All right, and he may have stolen money from the company. We don't know that. That's certainly what the implications are there. So it turns out that he might be a liar to a company he's involved with and a thief. So he's a liar and a cheater, possibly a thief. This is the same guy who said that I was a low-life scumbag and had no redeeming qualities as a human being. He said that publicly, by the way, on a podcast. And I got to wonder, that same podcast, the guy said he spent well into six figures harassing me, and he spent a lot of money harassing me and my family. He really did. I wonder how much of it's money he stole from Avatar. Like, how much money did he steal from them and then use that money to harass me and my loved ones? I kind of got to wonder about that. But kind of back to the other point here. Now, Layne doesn't have the money to try to sue me again. He's losing businesses right and left. He's in the middle of a divorce. He's already got legal proceedings. This is about to turn into a legal proceeding. He don't got time and money to come mess with me. So let's reiterate the things he sued me over. What did Layne sue me over? Stuff that was all true. But I lived in another country with a different set of free speech laws. See, I live in Texas now. You pull that crap here that you pulled over there for me telling the truth, I will own every last bit of everything you have left, and anything you were going to leave to your children will be mine. It'll be mine, Layne. Pull that crap again. Pull it again. Do it. I would really like that money. Come on. I could put it to real good use harassing you like you did to me. So, that being said, what did I say? I said his research was financially biased, and it is. Other PhDs in his field have noted that. It's been noted in peer reviews. Other researchers out there have said, of course, his research is financially biased. Anything he does related to leucine has a financial and personal bias behind it. Long history of company interaction that shows that. That doesn't mean it's bad. It doesn't mean he's lying, but it has financial bias. All right, that would be considered a valid point of criticism as far as devaluing the value of the data to sell products. Okay, there's a financial bias there, period. Not even subject to debate. It's there. Anyone with common sense can see it. I said he's a fake natty. Now, let me get this straight. The man will lie and cheat to his wife, right? He don't care about that. Mother his two children, he'll lie to her. He'll cheat on her. He'll cheat on her without giving it a second thought. But he wouldn't dare use his biochemistry background, because doesn't he have in his undergrad in biochemistry? He wouldn't dare use his biochemistry background to cheat on a Mickey Mouse $500 steroid test. He would never, ever do that. Might cheat on the supposed love of his life, mother of his children. He'd do that. That's already known. But he wouldn't dare use his scientific knowledge to cheat on a really, 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 really easy to pass drug test. He would never do that. He would do dirty business with a company that entrusted a lot of trust in him that he has a major involvement in. He would cheat on them, do stuff behind their back that they're unhappy about. He would do that with a company, but he would never, ever do that to a bodybuilding federation or to the IPF or any sort of drug-tested organization. He wouldn't do that to them. He just does that to his business partners and to his wife. He would never do that to an organization that he respects. He would never cheat on a drug test. He'd never use his vast scientific knowledge to cheat on a drug test when people with less knowledge than him successfully have the ability to do so. He would never do that, right? You buying that at this point? Are you buying anything about his integrity at this point? This isn't me making this stuff up. This is his soon-to-be ex-wife. These are people who are cutting him out of their business. This is people saying, look, we can't work with you. You're a psychopath. That's what a lot of people have said who've dealt with him in the past. Not just me. I've heard other people say it. It's what you're dealing with. You believe he wouldn't lie about the drug testing. That he wouldn't ever cheat on any of that. So yeah, I said he's a fake natty. Anyone really believe he doesn't have the knowledge, motive, and ability to have cheated on drug tests? Anyone think, given his track record, stuff like this, that he wouldn't do it? Seriously? Anyone think with his knowledge of biochemistry and services he's offered that I haven't had clients of his come to me and say, actually, he does offer services in passing drug tests? You don't think that's even remotely possible? You don't think any of your ex-clients have come and told me that after our fiasco, Layne? Anyone think he doesn't do that? Sound outside of his modus operandi? Well, here's the thing. Guy's world is crumbling down upon him now. Now he's going to have legal proceedings to deal with because of Avatar. He's going to have his divorce to deal with. He's losing streams of income. Wife who he cheated on in Florida, very conservative state. You cheated on your wife, who's got 2 kids. About to be cranking dishing out a lot of money, buddy. But here's the thing. Layne's got nationals coming up. He's got a little bit of a strain in his back. Layne, you know what? I still believe in you. You know, they said you were done. They said you had no chance. I didn't. I think you're going to go in there and I think you're going to PR. I think all this stuff around you, this distracting you, I think you're going to go in. I think you're going to squat. You need to go for lifetime best. Go ahead and hit that 625 on the squat. I bet you can pull over 700. Take all this stress of this stuff going on around you and channel it into that meet. I believe in you. I believe you're going to hit your best time lifts ever using your amazing squat form. I believe in you, Layne. Do it. And if you don't PR, Layne, if you don't PR at this meet, you're a coward and a pussy. And I'm telling you that. You're a coward and a pussy. If you don't hit your lifetime best lifts coming up at these nationals, you're nothing. I bet you can't do it. Now let's see what happens. Alright guys, but that's really all I have to say on that today. I hope it's been informative.
I'd like to throw a couple of cents in here.
She wants to throw something in. I heard the door open.
Hopefully Layne was an executive or had some kind of executive title, and then they had executive practices, omissions, and liabilities insurance. Otherwise, Avatar, you're going to have to buy back that stock. You're going to have to deal with a really nasty litigation situation, and it's a nightmare. I've been there, and I've done it. And it's not pretty, it's not cheap. Layne might weasel out of this with a few $100,000, but he's toast. He's done in business. No one's going to trust him with anything ever again. So powerlifting is all he has. You are correct, Jason.
There we go. So I'll talk to you guys next time.